What is up, everybody? This is your boy Joseph A, aka I Am English TV. Thank you for coming back to another video. We're gonna be talking about CaramelSwap again. I have some updates. I know my previous video probably made a lot of people upset, simply because the project started to go very, very well since I had gotten involved with it, and now it has taken a big step backwards, and there's a lot of things that transpired, a lot of things that people may not know that are watching the videos that are not a part of the social media for CaramelSwap, whether it's Telegram, Twitter, etc. But there was a lot of FUD going on last couple of days about what was going on with the project and why the price has dropped so low. And the truth is that there's a combination of everything. FUD isn't necessarily a bad thing to have on your conscience, right? When things happen, it is perfectly okay to find out what is possibly the cause of such a huge change when everything was going very, very positively. This is twice that this program has, I won't say failed, but this is twice that the program has taken a huge step back. And you got to kind of start asking yourself questions of why it's happening, what's going on, are there things that the project can improve to motivate and improve holders or potential holders, to basically quell their either their anger or their hesitance to even join a platform like this. And it's definitely something that is definitely something that needs to be addressed, right? So there were some things that were said in the Telegram group that a lot of people probably don't know about, but these are things that you can get on Telegram and find out about. So the other day, basically what had happened was there was supposed to be a burn, a token burn. It didn't happen. People were wondering, kind of what's going on. Why wasn't there a burn performed? And then other questions came out about the audits, and this is basically right after we got listed on CoinGecko and things were on the up. I mean, we were breaking barriers, and then all of a sudden the price started going down, and then the FUD, right? The fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Very normal things to have. The negative thing about FUD is when you start to spread it without an official response or knowledge of what's actually going on. And I don't think the FUD that was going on in the Telegram group was necessarily was a bad thing. People were expressing their frustrations to get actual answers. And the dev and the team that they have, I would say, has done a pretty good job of trying to figure out what's going on, right? Right. So basically, what had happened here in the Telegram group was said that the reasons why some of the shortcomings that had happened in the wake of the price just plummeting was that the dev had gotten severely ill, had to be hospitalized, and was basically, that was causing the delay. So they were kind of just waiting on the dev to kind of respond, see what's going on with him, see if he's if he's mending well, if he's back at the house, like when he's gonna return to continue working on the project. And this basically started a wildfire amongst the FUD that was already happening. So basically, yeah, a lot of people kind of basically started lashing out because obviously the person that in the Telegram group, there's a person what is it called? They're called Gorilla Caramel in the group, and they're not one of the devs, but it seems like they're one of the chat leaders that is in contact with the dev. Basically was trying to calm everybody down, telling them that, look, things are going to return back to normal. Eventually, the update was that the dev was out of the hospital and was back working on the project. It looks like they had, we can go check it out here real quick. But it looks like they had updated some things here. I believe they added a Doge pool. I have to double check that. They did add ADA and Doge. So those are on there. The delayed burn that wasn't completed was completed. And right now, basically, we're still waiting on the audits. And, supposedly the audits are supposed to be here today or tomorrow, I'm thinking. But I could be wrong. Let me double check real quick. So we can go get loose. Let's see. So people are still asking about audits. Rose. Here. Okay, so they do have an audit. Let's see. Let's check it out and see what we got here. Contract details. It's pretty interesting stuff. And then we got the top 10 token holders. Those are some pretty big wallets, man. So, you we'll talk about that here in a brief second. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a brief second. Just having a look. Okay, so see if we have any issues. So far, so good. The design logic, high issues, and we're going to talk about that here in a second as well. Now, my only suggestion, now that they have this tech rate audit, right? My only suggestion is to get that somehow on the front page, because it needs to be listed so people can see it. Audit, tech rate audit. It needs to be here so people can see that as soon as they hit the site, right? Nobody wants to really go through, oh, let me guess, do they have an audit in the docs or the GitHub? Nobody wants to do that. So I would suggest putting it here on the home screen, or when they on the landing page, whatever page they land on, they can see it right away. The other issues that were talked about that we discussed along with several others last couple of days, especially yesterday, was I was trying to give my 2 cents on trying to suggest that I feel like Caramel needs a overhaul in their aesthetics, right? As you can see in that audit, the reason why it gives off such a high risk type vibe is because it's basically a straight clone from PancakeSwap. As you can see, when you go to the exchange, it's the exact same. And this is due to a little bit of laziness by the dev, not taking the time to really polish and refine his project. The project, you know what I mean? The project has so much potential, but there's a lot of things that need tweaking to really, really, really get this thing lifted off the ground. We talked about rebranding CaramelSwap. You can keep the name CaramelSwap, but offering different different things for V2, right? You know, going V2, you should probably just release a new token. It's much easier to recreate a token with different features and things like that than trying to migrate everything over. But we talked about a little bit about that, a little bit more maybe user-friendly images, and basically a lot of discussion has been going on to try to decide, like, hey, let's revamp CaramelSwap with some better features, maybe some new and rare tokens with, you know, with limited quantity and value, maybe per season. You can change it up, you know what I mean? And just try to implement some ways that can that will entice investors to keep their money on the platform. Certain things like the pools, right? So, you know, the pools are great, right? So for example, they put in ADA and Doge, right? You need, excuse me. You can put your Doge in here to earn Caramel. You can put your ADA in here to earn Caramel. We also got Reef. There's nothing wrong with these. These are great additions, right? These are great additions, but what's gonna make people, holders on Caramel, want to, what's gonna make people come into Caramel want to put their Doge into the site? Of course you're gonna earn Caramel, I get that, but there needs to be other ways. This needs to be the opposite way. We need some pools where you can put your Caramel to earn other tokens. This is another great way to keep investors on a platform. If they have so much token that, you know, earning rewards is kind of, you know, it's residual, but it's kind of meaningless because of the amount of tokens that they hold. Earning more Caramel, yes, that's great, but it's not necessarily something that's needed if you have a certain amount of tokens. But doing something with your Mel while it's just sitting there would be much better if you can earn other types of tokens with your Mel on the platform. So these are different things that, you know, that are being discussed. Again, I don't even know how big the dev team is. I know for sure it's one. It might be a little bit more, but typically in this space, usually you might have one or two. Sometimes you'll have a team, but from what I've seen around the space, usually it's about one to two. But again, there's nothing wrong with CaramelSwap as it has been run, but necessarily, project is great. A lot of things need to change for it to really be successful. And I think the first number one thing is it needs to be like rebranded. Images, everything need to be rebranded. Again, I think they need to introduce a new token or two to help kind of balance out the Mel token and give the platform a little bit more substance and several options for people to hold in the project. Maybe people don't want to come in and buy Mel. Maybe they want to come in and buy like a top shelf Mel product, sugar apple or something. I don't know, something that's going to have more value than Mel. So maybe some people might want to just come in and try to hold that. But you know, there's different things that they can do to get this project back up and running. Right now, I think Honestly, I would say the price is probably bottomed out in a way. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, you got to look at you got to look at the total amount of tokens left in supply, right? And also, come on, man. I can go get loot. Oh, come on, guys. We were just on the GitHub. Let's see if we can pull it back up again. And let's see. I can call my own. I can go get. Okay, so let's go to the tech rate. Let's go to our top 10 wallet holders to check out what's going on. So we're gonna attempt to do this in a quick manner. So I'm just gonna take the top 10 and we're gonna try to add up the wallets real quick. 386. I'm not gonna do them all to the decimal points. We're just gonna add up the whole numbers here. 378 1 3 5 5 7 plus 3 4 8 5 7 4 308 130 113 549. And what I'm doing, we're just gonna kind of add it up, see what's how many tokens is being held currently at the moment. If my theory is correct, the reason why the price hasn't dropped down significantly or even more is because of the token holders at the moment. So let's see. Okay, so adding it up, right? Adding it up, I'm getting roughly whole numbers. This is not exact by any means, but roughly out of the 10 top token holders, we're looking at about 3.3 million tokens being held. This could be a little this is a little concerning in the fact that, so let's see if we can bring back up oh, what the heck? Oh man. Let's see if we can get back to Caramel, man. All right, so what's a little alarming is the supply is this much. Now, when we subtract the supply, 4758, I'll just do it on this page. 4,758,161 tokens. We get an about a 1.4 tokens left in circulation. I think this is what's contributing to the price kind of just being held up right here. Last night, the price was around 29 cents. It's dropped down to 20 to 21 today that I've seen. And I think the reason why it's staying right there is because of the top 10 token holders, and the amount of tokens that they hold right now. I think that is why we're seeing basically the new zero when it comes to CaramelSwap. Again, just my theory. It may not be correct, right? But this is what I feel is one of the big reasons why this thing is not at 1 penny again. Because again, when I came in to this project, there were almost literally not very many people holding tokens, big tokens, a large amount of tokens. Everybody pretty much had sold and left. So not everybody, but most. So, you know, the price being where it's at is seems like it can be accounted for. The reason why the price has gone up so far and come back down, that's where the debate comes in. Again, these are several things that need to be done to get this thing back on track, man. But the project has plenty of it has plenty of potential to be big. Right now they're slipping, but you also have to consider that this happened within a week's amount of time. Within a week, right? Close to 2 weeks from when I started making these videos, prior to the 28th of last month. So from there till now, you know, this is what we're looking at, you know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I feel like I made the right decision to pull out for now, because right now I don't really feel that putting your money into directly into Mel is going to be beneficial. Basically what I've been doing is I didn't completely pull out of Mel. I'm just trying to stick around to see kind of what happens with the price point, see what happens with the devs, the community, to kind of see what's going to happen, what's going to go on. But as you can see, I pulled out the rest of my Mel that I had in there and cashed out. And basically what I'm holding right now is, I feel like this is the safest way at the moment to really, one second. Yeah. So, when you have kids bust into the room like 8 times, you got to keep pausing the video. Anyways, so, you know, I think Caramel has some big hurdles to clear. Again, they need to get that audit posted up, and, you know, basically they need to kind of really diversify their website. Right now, they're kind of like their own ecosystem. Their community tab here is rather, more can be desired. Let's put it that way. I was really shocked when I saw ZFi here. That's why I went with it. A couple of these other ones I'm not really sure about. Marshmallow, yes, that's a good one. Bake, great addition. Safe Tesla, I'm not really sure. Yeah, Safe Tesla, I looked into that last night. It's listed as very high risk. I know crypto is all high risk, but not something that I was, you know, that I would be willing to put my money into, to earn Caramel. Just my point of view. I would rather much use Marshmallow and or Bake. But ZFi, I'm definitely loving ZFi right now. I'm pretty sure the pool actually kind of decreased from yesterday. It was around like 26,000. So it looks like some people pulled out a little bit. But you know, I think they need more. What do you call it? More partnering with other BSC crypto in the same space that are competing with each other, because the more they link up, the bigger they spread, kind of like the ecosystem where everybody can kind of share a little bit. And I think that's what's really gonna set it apart. I mean, they've got some pretty cool tokens that they can implement, that they have been implementing. Again, these are they need to add some really meaningful ones, because right now if you go over to like Pancake Swap, you'll see that they have so many options. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Kind of makes my head hurt trying to scroll through all of them to see what, you know, which one is the best for me. But I feel like Pancake can even decrease some of the ones that they have, in my opinion. But CaramelSwap, they've got a ways to go. I think they got a lot of work to do to really build this platform up with a solid foundation, like most other projects have in this space. I mean, we see projects that brand new come in, they have the foundation set, they have their audits. They either have a coin listing, either on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, or they've already applied for it and it was there very quickly. These are things that people need to see to feel comfortable with investing in your platform. And I think Caramel can do it. Again, it's going to take a lot of work. So all the people that are kind of mad, don't be mad at me. Just be mad at kind of the facts that I'm seeing. And things need to change. I mean, at the end of the day, money doesn't lie. It doesn't really lie. I mean, this total volume locked is not a lie. It's very much very factual. I mean, the fact is that people have pulled out of the platform for some reason. And these are the reasons that I'm listing that could possibly be affecting why people have pulled out, or why they're not looking to really get involved, even though prices dropped so very low. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, or dislike. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below, whether you have more things that I didn't touch on, or things that I touched on that you feel are still wrong or false. Let me know, because I like I said, I'm just an investor that invests in tokens, and I look for certain things that make me comfortable. I look at other things that make other people comfortable, and I try to compare and contrast. And always looking for the next best crypto to make a really good return, whether it sticks around for a long time or really shortly. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.